Yo, what's up? It's your boy Big Al. I'm back again. Right now I'm about to do a video how to do graffiti. I know a lot of you guys out there want to know how the graffiti is done, and I'm here to share that. Share how I do it, at least. It's pretty easy, but it takes a lot of time. Doing graffiti is not like sitting up there with the paintbrush and just slopping on Al. It doesn't work. It comes out kind of corny. You have to spend some time in doing it. There's 3 techniques to doing graffiti that I use. One of them is using paint pens. Second one is using acrylic paint from Walmart, which I squeeze in a bottle and dilute with water a little bit. And the third one is actually using real spray paint. But the best way to do graffiti, I want to share with everybody out there, is to copy it from pictures. You get your best ideas, and not only that, there's some things you have to remember when you do graffiti. If I was to do, let's say, Mayo, for instance, and then I was to do, let's say, murder, that M is going to be the same as the last M because it's my handwriting, you know what I'm saying? So basically, the stuff kind of looks all alike. So to do it from a picture, you have to actually draw and copy how somebody else's technique of an M was. So that's why I personally use pictures for my help to doing graffiti, basically. If I did them all out of head, I could do them, but they'd all kind of look alike. So let's share the picture that I took and one of the graffiti boxcars I've done. Okay, so like I said before, I copied pictures, and I took a whole bunch of pictures on my recent trip, and I see all the graffiti that's there, and the best part, it gives you ideas of what to do. I really like this one right here. I thought it was nice and colorful and cool, so I did that one, and I'm currently working on this one right here, which is pretty simple. You know, the blue background and then the yellow on the inside. This one's a little more exotic, a little more detailed. As you can see, it's more orange, and it fades to a yellowish orange on top. And it has the blue there, and it's lined by green and black. So this one took a little more skill. Also, want to share down you doing the yellow striping, which is pretty easy to do and pretty cheap. So let's see the graffiti aspect to it. Got my hot DT402 right here, and let's bring them up. Come onto the stage, guys. There you go, the ST78CE running really, really nicely now. I just redid the thing. Oh, thanks for bringing them to the scene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here you go, here it is. Graffiti, graffiti, graffiti. Check that out. That's mine, and that's the picture. It's pretty close, huh? Pretty close. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty close. Now, the technique I did for this, that I used for this, was a paint pen. The way I use the paint pens, you probably think I would actually sit there and draw it, right? No, that's not how you do it. I didn't even do this one drawing. I did that one with a paintbrush. What I do with the paint pens, I pop them off. I put it on usually magazine paper or something like that. I just push down on the paint pen until paint goes inside there. Then I grab a nice fine paintbrush, which you can see was dipped in the red, but I would dip it in the yellow, or the white, excuse me. And then I would lightly do the lines. It takes a lot of time and skill and a steady hand to do that. That's one of the techniques. The other technique I talked about was acrylic paint. You can just use acrylic paint from Walmart, which also, the paint pens come from Walmart too. It comes in a pack of 5 or 6 for $10, and they have all different colors. You can see I have a bag full of there. The acrylic paint I use here, I dilute it with water so it's a little bit thinner consistency, and it spreads on much better basically when you paint it on. The third one is using spray paint, which is pretty cool. You're spray painting a boxcar, but you really don't spray paint. You spray paint outside onto a piece of paper or into a cup, and then you dip your paintbrush in that cup, and this is what you can see right here. This one was done just to show you guys how to do it with, you know, that's real spray paint. So technically this was a spray painted car. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and that's the technique I used to do graffiti. This one right here was done with the Michael Jackson tribute one, was done with the acrylic paint, which I really like. One thing I don't like, and I don't suggest you do, I've always thought that the decal graffitis are corny, mad corny. I don't like them. There's only a certain amount out there. You got one, you got them all. Here's one that everyone's seen, right? You probably all have this one, right? ICH. I see it a lot around, but everybody has that decal. I'm not a fan of those decals or nothing like that. Ugh, they're whack. Hand painted, the best way to go. You get so many different styles. There's millions of them out there. You can copy anyone you want. No one has it. As you see, my boy Lenny Harlos, Thoroughbred Models, this is one he did for me. You can see this is done hand painted. This is hand painted right there. Pretty nice. So somebody took their time and painted it out there. Giving you a really, really nice effect. The decals, no good. They basically have to try to fit into all the little crevasses and all that stuff. It never works. Alright. So, now we're going to talk about yellow safety stripes. Make it look really, they make the boxcar look really good and nice and modern. These are all done the same way. Yes, that's a shotgun in the background, but I'm thinking about going hunting this year. But anyway, to do this, cheap and easy, I use Patra trim tape, yellow safety stripe. That's what it is. They come in, you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sizes. I use, 9 sizes. There's a small one missing. I use the 3rd or 4th one. You can use either one, and I cut them in just little pieces. I just use my eyes, to give me a box size. Doesn't need to be perfectly a 1/4 inch or nothing. And then I stick them on, just like that right there. This stuff I also use the same trim for, doing the lines of the track plan and where I press the buttons for the switches to operate. I use the same thing, obviously orange. This stuff you can buy at the hobby shop for $5. Goes real far. You can just do a whole bunch of your box cars, engines, and all that stuff, and modernize all that stuff up. And that's going on. The SC70M's looking good, coming together nicely. You can see I put the windows in. Let's see. I put the dome up on top, and now it's almost ready to be sealed in the back here. Once I fill that gap in, and then lightly weathered. These are the box cars, in fact, that I got a few weeks ago for $9 for 5 of them. Well, I painted them and weathered them, so they're all done now. This one still needs to be renumbered and lettered and stuff, and this one needs to be weathered, renumbered, and all that stuff. As you can see here, BALM, Big Al Mayo. I did another one like that too. Let's see. Right there. So that's that. I had to do a quick video to show you how graffiti's done and how to yellow safety stripe. Hope I've showed you guys a new way. I hope you like it. Give it a try. I actually tried doing the decal safety stripes. They sell that too. It doesn't look good at all. I did one upstairs. I was going to bring it down and share it. It looked corny. I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to share how it's done. Corny. If you want to do it, fine. Figure out how to do it. For me, no. I'm just using this yellow sticky stuff. You cut it off, stick it right to the box car, engine, or whatever. Done. Looks good. You can paint over it. You can clear coat over it, and it looks good. Alright? Your boy Al is out for the day. Peace out, fellas and ladies.